Hello, this is Enterprise News Headlines. I am Angela Akpan. The Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has said that Nigeria no longer has the resources to fund the National Health Insurance Scheme. According to him, the government was seeking funding from the World Bank and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to provide better health insurance coverage for Nigerians. Report reveals that Nigeria had also been trying to encourage state government to start their health insurance scheme programs as part of plans to decentralize health insurance. The National Health Insurance Scheme said the objective of the scheme were to ensure that every Nigerian could have access to good healthcare services and to protect families from the financial hardship of huge medical bills. President Muhammadu Buhari has assured foreign investors interested in doing business in Nigeria that his administration will continue to provide secured environment to ensure the success of their businesses. He disclosed this on Tuesday at the inauguration of the International Breweries PLC, the largest plant in West Africa, located in Ogun State. The president, who was represented at the event by the Secretary to the federal government, Boss Mustafa, said Nigeria will continue to provide physical infrastructure for existing investment to thrive and make every part of the country attractive to real investors. He concluded that the establishment of the plant showed the investors' belief in the Nigerian economy. And in Africa, the African Development Bank and Food and Agricultural Organization are set to raise $100 million for agriculture in a bid to end hunger and malnutrition and create wealth in Nigeria and other West African countries. According to the African Development Bank, both organizations would work together in a strategic alliance to raise funds to promote food security, sustainable agriculture, and rural development. Report reveals the African Development Bank and Food and Agricultural Organization agreed to boost joint effort aimed at catalyzing agricultural sector investment in Africa to end hunger and malnutrition and increase prosperity throughout the continent. However, the African Development Bank President Akinwumi Adesina and Food and Agricultural Organization Director General Jose da Silva signed the agreement, which builds on a long-lasting collaboration between their organizations. Still on the African continent, Kenya Airways reported a pre-tax loss of 3.99 billion Kenyan shillings for the first half year 2018, narrowing from a loss of 5.77 billion shillings during the same period last year. The airline is showing signs of recovery after it came close to collapse last year, leading a $2 billion financial restructuring in November. According to the airline, passengers' numbers increased 7% in the first half of 2.3 million. Area, which is now 7.8% owned by Air France, said its revenue rose 3% to 52.19 billion shillings, but total operating costs rose by 4% to 53.22 billion shillings due to rising global fuel prices. And on the foreign scene, luxury car maker Aston Martin says it may float on the London stock market, completing a turnaround that has seen the firm boost sales and profits. Report reveals the flotation would be the first by a UK car maker for years, following the sale of brands such as Jaguar, Bentley, and Rolls-Royce to foreign owners. Its main shareholders are an Italian investment fund and Kuwaiti investors. The car maker said it would initially float a minimum of 25% of the company. Chief Executive Andy Palmer disclosed some shareholders would cash out their investment, describing the plans as a key milestone in the history of the company. Moving down to sport, the Italian Football Federation has given its approval for Serie A clubs to sign shift sleeve sponsorship deals. Report reveals Serie A club will be permitted to sell up advertising space to a commercial sponsor on the left sleeve. The move will see Serie A join League One, La Liga, and the Bundesliga and the Premier League in allowing shelf-sleeve sponsors. And that's it on Enterprise News Headlines for today. For more news, updates, special reports, and shows, you can visit our website www.enterprisetv.tv. Our social media platforms are always there for your all-round information in the world of business. I am Angela Akpan. Many thanks for watching.